What's up, my precious little pack, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. So, the Defiance event is over halfway over. I wanted to wait until after I had had a chance to play through a few separate targets and test some things out, and I'm not even gonna explain too much about why I'm gonna give it a hit or miss. It's getting a miss right off the bat. First off, the turncoats outrange carriers. Well, they're slow, so you can easily outrun them after dumping your load of drones onto them, so you can destroy them one by one that way, and just run away the entire time. But most of the targets are meant for Axis ships because of the damage type they do. Now, I've done a few short tests with my turncoats, against the turncoats, and we don't like using the Marauders because they suck compared to their standard counterparts. Which is no surprise. Now, Kixeye has turned it and given the turncoats void damage, so your Marauder ships will be useful in PvE. They're a PvP fleet, and Kixeye even said that to begin with, and now we're going to be using them in PvE, except for, here's the kicker. They don't do damage against PvE targets because they're PvP and everything has resistance to void. So any of you who fitted ships to fight each other and then found out they're garbage when you lost them and took hours of repair time in an instant, take the guns off those babies, slap some extra armor on them, slap some shields on them, and give them a boot and send them out to fight. Well, not to fight. To defend. The turncoats do void damage. All their ships do void damage. The little missiles they shoot, they're easily avoidable. Very easily avoidable. But I ran a few tests and I compared it. My 86 fleet, a single Guardian cruiser can lose its shield in about 5 shots. And let's just check the effective shielding that it has, that it loses in 5 shots against the level 50 turncoat when I decided to just all-out brawl with them. Alright, we got 4,620, and I have a 25% boost. That means that has almost an effective shielding of 6,000 points. Well, actually, it has more than that. I do apologize about my voice, everybody. Now, that's 6,000 effective shielding. Okay. This only has one shield on it. It has 1,540. It has no benefits whatsoever. It takes them 3 shots to destroy this ship's shield, where it only takes them 5 shots to destroy this ship's shield. And yet it has over 4 times the shielding compared to this one. Conclusion, they're doing void damage in the turncoats. So, Marauder faction stuff does have a use in PvE. Bullet shields. Other than that, I'll use standard ships. And my prize list will be the following. I'm going to recommend blueprints first, and I'm going to do a full prize list this time. I'm going to recommend the Paladin Carrier, Liberator Destroyer, and Pegasus. After you collect them, I would recommend the Guardian Cruiser, the Enforcer Battleship. I don't even use the cutter, but I'm going to put it on this list anyways, in that order. Next up, let's go down to the Redeemer Missiles. I'm going to be picking up the 2 later today. But you're going to go for the Pyrean Fuel, the Redeemer Missile 1, Redeemer Missile 2. You're not going to go after the Heavy. You're going to go after the Harmonic Beam Capacitor 1 and the Harmonic Beam Capacitor 2, the Harmonic Siege Casing 1 and the Harmonic Siege Casing 2. Oh wait, let's remove the harmonics first. Let's go after the reactors. You can go after the Agility Reactor, the Warfare Reactor, and the Siege Reactor, all for your Pegasus. Then you're going to go after the harmonics. Next up, we're going to go over the blank ship hulls in the order I'd recommend. Paladin, Pegasus, Liberator, Guardian, Enforcer, Vindicator. After that, if you've cleared out all of that, Punisher, Exterminator, Annihilator, Suppressor, and then the Decimator. Now if you're done with all of that... Oh wait, there's a prize I should have put towards the beginning of the list because of turncoats. And my simple test. The Berserker Cruiser. The blueprint. Should have said that first, should I not? Yeah, I should have. Berserker Cruiser. The Gladiator Battleship. Then the Ravager Cutter. Why get the cutter? I don't know, just to have it? But now I'm going to show you what I've been doing to hit targets. I've been hitting level 60 Renegades because I'm not going to change my fleet fitting just on account of Kixeye deciding, let's have the turncoats do void damage even though they're not a void class ship. And until I have an extra Marauder cruiser, which I'm going to farm up the points to get today because I'm making around 1,000,000 points an hour and 15 minutes that I farm. And this is all straightforward for the attack and the defense and stuff like that. But I'm going to get exactly the blueprints I need for the ideas I have and stuff like that. And I'm going to call out the BS of this event that Kixeye's done, because it's not right. Battleships that outrange carriers, disgusting. A carrier that is Marauder class, well, I mean Xeno class, that has all resistance to us, but it's using Marauder tech. Hey Kixeye, if you're going to do that for the AI fleets, unlock it for the rest of us, you bunch of punks. And it doesn't get better, because as I was hitting targets, I was finding out that, oh, this is more dangerous than this is more dangerous than this. I'm hitting 60s because I average under 10 minutes for repair time in total. Most of the time anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes. Sometimes a misclick will cause an extra minute of repair, so I'll take 2 to 5, 2 to 6. But all in all, it's still low repair time. But Kixeye, they missed their mark on this event by miles due to the turncoats. And I would say it was acceptable if they were doing plasma damage, but they're not. They're doing void. You can't block it with your standard ships. So the entire fittings that you have now, you have to be careful with them. Your carrier, backed up by an entire support speed field fleet, it could do the entire turncoat all alone. But here's the problem, most of us don't have those fleets. Most of us have a mix of either cruisers like myself, battleships, or destroyers. Their ships outrange our carriers, so what chance do destroyers have against them when they're being outranged by hundreds of thousands of meters? Well, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of meters without any break. Online. And these are all tests that I ran yesterday. From what I've heard and from what I've seen, yesterday while I was doing the Renegades, I was averaging free repair time every fight. There was none of this waiting, like that 6 minute 30 second. I didn't have to wait a minute 30 seconds just to do the repair. It was free across the board. Everything was under the 5 minute mark. So they buffed them just a bit damage wise. They also buffed the turncoats from what I understand, and people are recommending not to hit them anymore. Because, actually I think someone said, last time I was logged in, I think someone said, last night, not last time. Last night while I was logged in, before I went to sleep, that was around the time they were buffed. And someone told me not to hit them, which I found funny because I was just getting off and I had hardly been on for 5 minutes, and for them to notice that I got on and attacked something and logged off, well, then again, my clan's keeping an eye on me, I'm keeping an eye on them, so kudos to them. But the charge time for the void cannons on their battleships was reduced, so they fire a little bit faster. That means they're going to be doing more damage to your fleets. They didn't in turn increase the damage they do. They just increased the speed at which their weapon charges, from what I understand. If not, and it's the other way, then yes, they did boost their damage. They made them a lot more difficult. And here's something I have to call Kixeye on out. They want this to be like a catch-up event for people to be able to get the tech they needed to be able to either step into the Axis or Xeno tier, or to be able to collect blueprints and finish what they needed. I honestly can't recommend for any low levels. If you have level 40 fleets, stay in planet until the duration of this event is over, unless you're going to be farming in your tiny little sector ring, because they won't aggro on you. Or at least they shouldn't. And you're going to farm right there. I wouldn't recommend going out into the sector, because they're too overpowered of fleets for anyone. And remember, I was playing with the Turncoat 50 yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday. And what I wound up with on the main fleet, just by tackling one of them head-on without doing much, I took 2.5 hours repair time on my main fleet. That was at that time. I'm not going to hit them now, because I have no interest in taking more repair time. Not when I have my little idea set out and everything like that, when I need to hit, when I need to be on, and stuff like that. But due to Kixai's massive brain failure in this case to regulate and to moderate the overpowered nature of the current fleet, I'm going to recommend that most low levels stay in planet, farm, do your basic stuff down there, get yourself resources, continue advancing, but just don't come out into the sector so you don't lose your fleets. And this is what I think of the Defiance event so far. I want it to end right now. I want to do this planet strike, because this is something I know everybody can do. I mean the alien strike, not planet strike. But this is something I know everybody can advance in, and it's much more fair. The Defiance event, it's so far off in right field. Here you go, coiners. I mean, super coiners. You get all the fun. That it's not even funny. I literally hit just one of them, and I decided that the prizes, they're specifically set just so that top coiners, super coiners, can win, because again, only 10 people will get stuff, and the bottoms will get these, while the top get these. Yeah, I can't support that idea, because that's a little bit conceited. It's a little bit wrong.
Roger.
It's a little bit Kixai. Yep. I'm gonna make Kixai into their own thing. Whenever you want to say something's wrong, just say it's Kixai. Now, let's go on ahead and let's jump back into the prize list. There were no blueprints at all for the Xeno ships. We got Marauders, and I don't think Marauders should be in here at all. I think that the classification of them putting void weaponry on standard ships that we can't was wrong. I think it was... Honestly, I can't even say I think. I don't know what Kixai was thinking. This event is such a disgusting step in the wrong direction that it's not even funny. I'm more or less, I'm just gonna do farming videos for everybody and stuff like that. And I want to, except right now this event is getting in my way. I would like to show everybody this one. I'd like to show how to hit the low level hives with my little fleet that I'll replace the Marauder with. Stuff like that. But right now I can't do that. I was going to show everyone how I used to hit hives and how I got around 40,000 intel per hour that I farmed in game. You know, you'd be able to advance over the course of a single day, but you'd have to farm your butt off. Oh wait, that's only with one fleet. You can have multiple fleets. So while one is repairing, which was typically my downfall, you could have another fleet out. And since they're all tier 3 and below ships that I'd be using, they're all going to be low build times, so you can build multiple of them a month. But tomorrow is the day that the next alien strike begins, and we got the Paladin Carrier, the Suppressor, and the blueprint for them. We can get a free Suppressor hull. We can get the Harmonic Fields for the Carrier. We can get all the drone types. So all of them are in here. You have the Alien, you have the Energy, you have the Explosive, and you have the Projectile. And I would recommend mixing level 1 blue tail with level 1 fury because I keep my fittings low, but I want to keep the range up as high as it can go, and I want to vary the damage so you can't block against all of it. Well, in this case, so the AI can't. Or go with a red tail. Or if you want, you can do a mix of all 4 and go 1 fury, 1 yellow jacket, 1 red drone, 1 blue tail, and then go back and go another fury and another yellow jacket. She'd be doing all the damage types we're allowed to do. I'd actually be curious to see a fitting like that. Let me see here. Do I have any? I got one level 1 Red Hawk drone. I can do it! What do I have void-wise? I got a level 3 circuit shield, but that repair time, not a chance. You ain't going on the ship. I need a few more level 3s. Actually, I need 2 more level 1s. Kickside, you made a mistake when you made this event. You didn't think it through. Alright, got that for a carrier. That's already fitted. I really need to get into reusable items just so I can show everybody. Oh, I got credits. That's nice. I'll step up what I'm doing in the near future for everybody. Actually, while I'm at it, I'm gonna open all the boxes. Let's see what 80 level 80 Mark 5 and Mark 4 boxes yield for me. This is 80 of them. 80 boxes. Gotta break your game? Nope. Wow, what's that garbage? 80 boxes and I got 2 Mark 5 patterns, 4 Mark 4 patterns. Wow, that is... Whoa. Now that's some serious resource gain right there, baby. Well, what are all of your thoughts on the Defiance event? I can already guess what a few of you are going to say in the comments. Keep it clean, guys. I even want to keep my channel clean down here. I also want to hear your voices, though. You don't have to cuss and swear or anything like that. You can be civilized. We just don't have to be very civilized for Kicksai. But it doesn't mean we have to cuss and swear. We can be uncivilized without cussing and swearing. We can also be very, very entertaining when we cuss and swear, but when you're drunk, it adds a little bit more entertainment to it. And yes, that's a little kick at having a little bit more fun in your life. But that's going to be it, everybody. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps. And as always, I'll see you later. I hope that you all enjoy your stay in the void. Your repair times stay low. Your cargo hold be filled. And you have fun. That's about it.